The last message on his phone stayed unread for hours. A small notification glowing in the darkness of his room. 5 simple words that would change everything. This is the story of Daniel Carter, a father who believed success meant love, a man who thought discipline was the same as care, and a parent who realized too late what his daughter needed. Daniel Carter was known as a strong, respected man, a senior manager who never failed and never showed weakness. People admired his determination and control. He believed emotions made people soft. To him, children needed guidance, not comfort. Love, he thought, was proven through achievement. His only daughter, Emily, grew up trying to impress him, a gentle soul with bright eyes and quiet dreams. She loved him deeply but feared disappointing him. From childhood, Daniel planned her future carefully. Best schools, best grades, best career. Every decision was made for her, not with her. Emily often waited by the door each evening, hoping he would notice her drawings and stories. But he only asked about school results. "Did you finish your assignments?" he would ask, his tone always serious and direct. She nodded, hiding her excitement inside. Once she showed him a painting proudly, colors filled with emotion and imagination. He barely glanced at it before returning to work. "Focus on studies, Emily," he said coldly. "Hobbies won't build your future." Her smile slowly disappeared that day. Her mother, Sarah, tried to fill the warmth. She hugged Emily and praised her creativity, but she rarely challenged Daniel's authority. Daniel believed he was protecting his daughter, preparing her for a competitive world. He never noticed he was breaking her spirit. Years passed, and Emily became an excellent student, top grades and perfect discipline. Yet her heart felt unseen at home. She wrote stories in secret notebooks, dreams of becoming an artist one day, dreams she was too afraid to share. At dinner, Daniel spoke only about careers, law, medicine, business, and success. Emily listened quietly, pushing away her hopes. One evening she finally spoke softly. "Dad, I want to study art," she said. Her voice trembled with fear. The room turned silent instantly. Daniel's expression hardened with disappointment. He put his fork down slowly. "Art is not a real career," he replied. "You need something stable and respectable." Her heart sank with every word. "I just want to try," she whispered. But he shook his head firmly. "There's nothing to discuss." That night Emily cried silently. Her dreams felt foolish and impossible. Sarah held her but had no answers. Days turned into months of quiet obedience. Emily stopped mentioning art completely. Daniel assumed she had accepted reality. But inside, she felt trapped, like a bird inside a locked cage, waiting for a chance to breathe. On her 18th birthday, Daniel gifted her textbooks, entrance exam guides, and career plans. He thought it was a perfect present. Emily thanked him politely, but her eyes carried silent sadness, a sadness he never noticed. Weeks later she received an email, an art scholarship from a college abroad, a chance to follow her dream. Her hands shook as she read it. Hope and fear filled her chest. She wanted to tell her father. For days she rehearsed the conversation, imagining different reactions and outcomes. Most ended with disappointment. Finally, she gathered courage one evening. She walked into his study quietly. He didn't look up from his laptop. "Dad, can we talk?" she asked gently. "Make it quick." He replied without emotion. "I have work to finish." She swallowed and spoke carefully. "I got an art scholarship overseas." The words hung heavily in the air. Daniel looked up sharply. His expression turned instantly cold. "Did you apply without telling me?" Emily nodded slowly. Anger flashed across his face. He stood up, towering over her. "I worked so hard for your future," he said. "And you choose this." His voice was sharp and painful. "I just want to follow my dream," she whispered. But he turned away dismissively. You will study business. End of discussion. Emily stood frozen for a moment. Her heart broke silently inside. Then she walked back to her room. That night she wrote a long message, words filled with love and pain. Words she wished he understood. Days passed with heavy silence. She acted normal at home. But inside, she was already leaving. One morning she left for college as usual. She hugged her mother a little longer. Daniel had already left for work. By evening, she hadn't returned. Her phone was switched off. Panic slowly filled the house. Sarah called her friends repeatedly. No one had seen her since morning. Fear tightened around her heart. Daniel returned home to chaos. For the first time, he felt uneasy. Something was terribly wrong. Then a message appeared on his phone. From Emily's number. He opened it with trembling hands. 5 words stared back at him. Words that echoed in his soul. I wish you had listened. Daniel read the message again and again. Each time it felt heavier than before. Guilt began to creep into his chest. Sarah saw his pale face instantly. Did she text? She asked desperately. He nodded without speaking. They tried calling her all night. Every call went unanswered. Silence became their worst fear. Daniel contacted the police by morning. His confident voice now shaken. He realized he had lost control. Hours turned into painful days. Emily was nowhere to be found. The house felt painfully empty. Her room remained perfectly clean. Sketchbooks stacked neatly on the desk. Daniel stepped inside slowly. He noticed her drawings everywhere. Portraits filled with deep emotion. Art he had never truly seen. On her desk lay a notebook. He opened it with trembling hands. Poems filled every page. Most were about a father she loved but feared, a father who never listened. Daniel's eyes filled with tears. He kept turning pages slowly, every word cut deeper. Inside a drawer he found letters, unsent messages written over years, all addressed to him. Dear Dad, I just need you to hear me. The first line shattered him completely. He sat down, overwhelmed. Another letter spoke of dreams, of painting, colors, and freedom, of wanting his approval. He realized he had never asked, never truly listened to her heart, only pushed his own expectations. Days later, a message finally arrived, an unknown international number. His heart raced instantly. It was a photo of Emily, standing in front of an art school, holding a canvas and smiling softly. Relief and pain hit together. She was safe and alive, but far away from home. Her message followed soon after. I reached safely. I'm studying art. Simple words, calm and distant. Daniel stared at the screen. Tears blurred his vision. He typed slowly. I'm proud of you. It was the first time he meant it. He pressed send nervously. Minutes later, her reply came. I always wanted to hear that. His chest tightened painfully. They began texting occasionally, short conversations at first, careful and distant. Daniel started reflecting deeply. He attended counseling sessions, learning to understand emotions. He wrote long apology letters, admitting his mistakes honestly, trying to rebuild their bond. Months later, Emily called him. Her voice sounded stronger and happier. He listened more than he spoke. I'm doing well here, she said gently. I just needed space to breathe. Daniel closed his eyes quietly. I'm sorry I never listened, he replied. Silence followed for a moment. Then she spoke softly. I know you tried your best. Her forgiveness felt undeserved, yet it healed something inside him. Years passed slowly. Emily became a successful artist, confident, independent, and kind. She visited home one summer. Daniel waited nervously at the door, heart pounding like never before. When she entered, time paused. They looked at each other silently, years of distance between them. Then she stepped forward gently and hugged him tightly, the hug he had missed for years. Daniel broke down in tears. I'm so sorry, Emily, he whispered. his voice full of regret. She held him firmly. "I know, Dad," she said softly. Wu both learned. They spent days talking honestly, sharing memories and emotions, building a new relationship. Daniel finally understood love, not control, but presence, not pressure but support. As he grew older, one regret stayed. He had missed her childhood moments, moments he could never get back. On his final day years later, he held her hand weakly. Tears filled his eyes. "You deserved a better father," he said, his voice barely a whisper. Regret filled his heart. Emily squeezed his hand gently. "You became one," she replied, her eyes warm with love. Daniel closed his eyes peacefully. A father who learned too late, but loved deeply in the end.